You know that moment when you're watching a movie or your favorite TV show or you're reading a book and you feel something, a connection to the story. You are there. You are the character. Or you love them so much that they start to feel like friends. You root for them to pull through a challenge, experience their first kiss, or finally stand up for themselves, or for those who can't. Now, imagine that story, the movie or TV show, but instead of human actors, all these friends are now replaced with AI. How would that alter the impact of your experience? Would you still feel connected to the story? What, if anything, would you feel? It sounds like science fiction, but it's happening right now, in film, in television, and especially in audiobooks. Who here is an audiobook listener? Awesome! Okay, have you ever been so immersed in an audiobook that you pulled into your driveway but couldn't get out of the car because you had to hear the next chapter? Me too. For me, it's the women's fiction where she's falling in love on summer vacation in Italy, afternoon naps, gelato, and all. Or the middle grade fantasy that mirrors a challenge from my own childhood and helps me solve something very adult. That's the kind of impact we feel when we listen to stories told by real, feeling humans. It has impact. It engages our empathy. Audiobook listening has exploded in the past few years. And yet at this very moment of explosive growth, audiobook companies are experimenting with AI, replacing the human narrator with a lifeless digital voice. As an actor, audiobook narrator, and coach, I've had a front row seat to the rapid changes happening in the industry. Earlier this year, one of the largest distributors of audiobooks in the world encouraged publishers and authors to experiment with AI, replacing humans at every step of the process with an end-to-end AI production option. The marketplace has already been flooded with 60,000 AI-narrated titles. This normalization of AI in storytelling will have a major impact on our humanity if left unchecked. As I was preparing for this talk, I spent time writing in my favorite coffee shop. I noticed stories all around me. Friends talking about their favorite TikTok accounts and TV shows. Business colleagues discussing their weekend plans. A couple catching each other up on what's going on in their family. Everywhere you look, there are stories. Storytelling is an innately human act and has been a part of our journey for over 30,000 years. Stories have been used to inspire, express, and pass down the history of our species. They helped us evolve. Our earliest ancestors told stories around the fire, a communal event. But as technology has emerged and the venue has changed from fireside to device, storytelling has become less and less communal. We're on our screens all day, leading to social isolation. It takes conscious effort to prioritize human connection. And this isolation has consequences. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy said, "Loneliness is far more than just a bad feeling. It harms both individual and societal health. It is associated with a greater risk of cardiovascular disease, dementia, stroke, depression, anxiety, and premature death." Prioritizing human connection is essential to the survival of our species. Audiobooks are a great example of how we can use technology to further human connection. But we lose its power when AI replaces the storyteller. With the proliferation of AI in an already lonely world, what happens when the storyteller is no longer human? Who are we connecting to? What are we connecting with? storytelling is too important to abdicate to AI. You feel connected to the stories you love because the people performing for you are connected too. Did you know audiobooks are performed by actors? Yeah, we narrators aren't just sitting in our basements and closets reading out loud. We're performers with a deep range of skills and training that empower us with the freedom to play, discover, and in turn offer a nuanced telling of the author's story in a medium that provides the most intimate experience. The back of the house is the listener's ear. We're providing you with a sense of lights, camera, action through our vocal performance alone. That's a big lift, and what a joy it is. As the narrator of over 175 audiobooks, I love that I get to use every acting tool I've developed. Character creation, improvisation, accent work, and more. Because of the intensity, range, and endurance required, I continue to grow as a performer and as a human. This is the beauty of human storytelling. Each of us has a voice as unique as a fingerprint. Our desires, traumas, and overall lived experience all contribute to who we are and how we express ourselves. When I perform an audiobook, I go on a journey via the author's words using real-time discovery to connect with you. I think about the listener. Why are they choosing this book? What does the author want to impart? This intentional human connection cannot be replicated by AI. A future with less human storytelling is one with less connection, less empathy, less impact. How do we prevent a full-on AI storytelling future? There is hope. A recent survey found that even with the rise of AI-narrated audiobooks, the number of people interested in exploring that option has decreased in the past 2 years. AI-produced audiobooks have been met with a resounding response from authors and listeners across message boards and social media pushing back. Henry H. Neff, author of the Tapestry series, succinctly said, "Code has no blood, sweat, or tears. Consumers have an impact." If you believe in the power of human storytelling, please prioritize it. Seek out a human narrator. Share the narrator's name when you recommend an audiobook to a friend. Pay attention to how rapidly things are changing and speak up for laws that protect the human voice. Our future depends on the actions we take now. And the next time you're sitting in your car, still sitting in the driveway, still listening to that audiobook, notice the human breathing on the other side of the earbud, the connection you feel to the story and to yourself. Because that author, that actor, those humans created this experience to connect with you. Thank you.